Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Evans and I'd like to make a short presentation of the Ebikes business simulation you'll be participating in December 4th. The simulation itself is about the manufacture and sale of electric bicycles, and please pay attention as I'll cover some basic elements of the simulation. You can access this file as well on Blackboard. We'll be playing, everybody will be playing the same simulation, but we'll split everybody into two markets, the first green market or universe and the blue market or the blue universe. There'll be 6 teams in each universe and you'll be competing against the other 5 teams in your universe to win the simulation. Winning will be a function of your business results, but also on the performance of your team and the quiz results for the quiz you take before the simulation starts. We have various activities that you'll need to be doing before December 4th. Obviously, you can read the manual, which is on Blackboard. You can take the quiz, which everybody will take. Please do this individually, and you can use the manual to take the quiz so you get a high score. The quiz closes on November 25th at 5 o'clock, and at that time you'll also find out which team you are on, who your teammates, and we'll give you the first decision spreadsheet to fill in, which has to be handed back by November 29th. We'll play the simulation then on December 4th. Any questions you have can be submitted via Teams, and I believe you had an email that explained how to access that. The manual has everything you need to know about the simulation, and all answers to the quiz are in the manual. The first decision you'll take next week will be a very simple decision. We'll generate the results for the first day, so you'll see the results when you come to the 4th of your decisions. Please work as a team to make this first decision. It's a simplified decision. There's no financial decisions to make for this first round. The simulation itself, you'll be producing decision sheets in the form of Excel spreadsheets, but you'll also be producing other documents which you'll need to submit via email. So please bring your computer for the game day. Your mission in this simulation is to manage a business startup, to grow its profits, to respect CSR norms, and to make your investors happy. You'll be starting off each with an initial capital of 4 million euros. 2 million of that has been used to buy 5 standard type machines for you, and you start with 45 machine operators that can build any type of bicycle you want. Your overheads or fixed costs are 450,000 per year, independent of what you produce, and you have no stock of bicycles available to sell. You'll start by being able to produce 2 products, the city bike and the mountain bike, and these bikes are sold to large department stores, sports department stores like Decathlon. If you make the initial investment, you'll be able to produce a foldable electric bike or a utility tricycle. These products are sold via pro shops. Each of the products, the 4 products, for each of them you can find out more about them in the manual. You can find out about the market demand, the potential demand per company in the marketplace, if they can be subcontracted like the city or the mountain bike, or for example in the case of foldable or utility, if there's an initial R&D investment to be made to be able to produce and sell. To produce your bicycles, you will acquire equipment. You need to hire people. There's 2 types of equipment, the standard type, which is a little bit less expensive than the fast tech. However, they are delivered 1 year after their purchase. The fast tech is available for production right away. Also, the standard has 5 fewer workstations on the machine. However, the time the workstations can be productive is the same, 1,600 hours. There's also a difference in the depreciation of each of the types of machine. So to be very clear, your initial capacity, you have 5 standard machines. Each of them has 15 stations. So you have 75 workstations. Each workstation is productive for 1,600 hours if you have people to work at the workstations, meaning 120,000 nominal hours of productions available on the machines. So again, just graphically, each workstation has a certain number of, each machine has a certain number of workstations. Type 1 or standard has 15 stations, and Type 2, fast tech, have 20 stations. Your production obviously is via these machines. The machines will decrease their productivity over time, so make sure you maintain them through maintenance expenses, but you also can improve production if your workers are happy and satisfied. So quality of production and effectiveness of production depends on your machines, but also on your workers. So don't forget to invest in both. Materials used to produce bicycles are provided to you just in time through a very trustable supplier who gives you a 60-day credit terms to make payments. The people you need to hire to make machines and sell them, make bicycles, and sell them, you obviously have machine operators. If you want to, they start with an initial base salary of 25,000 euros. So if you want to pay them 25,000 euros, you'll indicate 100 as the salary index. Also, you need to decide on any changes in the number of operators from year to year. You can also hire specialized salespeople to sell the bicycles. They only sell one type of bicycle each. The total number of salespersons needs to be defined each period. You can consider that they're hired for 1 year. And if you want to pay them their going rate or market rate of index 100, it's about 30,000 euros salary. If you hire new operators, it's a fee. If you fire operators, it's a fee. And if you try to produce and you don't have people to sit at the stations, the workstations, the simulation will automatically hire temporary workers. However, you pay a premium for those temporary workers. If you need to borrow money, you'll be able to borrow at about 6% over a 5-year period. If you spend money you don't have, you'll pay a 10% fee to the bank. You can do invoice discounting, and that's explained in the manual, and the fees for that are 5%. And we usually you can discount about 70% of receivables. All cash that's in your bank account is paid in interest of 3%, and you pay corporate profit tax of 35%. Note that all the decisions you see in red need to be approved by the bank. You can't make those decisions by yourself. And there's some general market conditions which you can read about concerning inflation. The decisions you'll be making for your companies are the following. You'll make general and product decisions. The general decisions are financial decisions about money, about assets, about the social well-being of your employees, and about buying information to make better decisions. The general decisions, financial ones, are: do you want a loan? Do you want to discount any outstanding invoices to quickly get some cash? Would you like a subsidy? Be careful, none of these are possible in year one because they require interaction with the bank, and so you'll start on the second decision on December 4th with these types of decisions. You can also purchase or sell machines that you have. Obviously, they're worth something in the market. Be careful as you buy machines because the standard machines obviously take 1 year to be delivered. If you sell a machine, it's sold at its book value. Social decisions, you can hire and let people go. You can pay them their salary. You always input your salary as an index number. And you can also spend money on training and CSR to improve productivity of your workers. For each product, you will need to decide the quantity that you sell and quality in the case of foldable and utility tricycles. You'll determine the price. You determine the marketing budget. Do you want to spend on offline and outside advertising, or what about online marketing, or what about specialized trade journals and trade shows? To determine the amount there, you'll typically consider a percentage of your expected total sales revenue for the product. So it's usually a percent, 1, 2, 3, whatever, percent of your expected sales for that product. You also determine the number of salespersons you'd like to have, any incentives you want to give them in terms of, for example, a commission on sales. You can determine the credit, the number of days that customers have to pay you for any bicycles they've purchased. And obviously you'll be determining if you eventually subcontract the production of a city or a mountain bike. There are possible future subcontracting deals, and we'll talk about them on the 4th. Product decisions, the quantity to produce depends on the expected demand, the level of inventory that you have that was maybe not sold, and obviously on the productivity that you have in your company. All the results from decisions will be provided to you on the USB key, and if you purchased any information or any studies, they'll also be provided on the USB key when you get it at the end of each decision cycle. Here's an example of the typical decisions and documents you get on your USB key when you get it back. So what's next for you? Basically read the manual, take the online quiz by yourself before the deadline. Once teams are announced, you'll have time to work and submit decision number 1. And please ask questions online using Teams. I will not respond to any questions you ask via email. Good luck to one and all.